Well, you know what? Every Tuesday we do this group therapy. Very interesting. Sometimes you guys, same problems everybody else has out there. Perhaps Carla and Shawn, I know that you guys talk about money a lot on the show. You did with Mike as well. Yes, we did. Well, this is interesting. A guy said, we've been dating, me and my girlfriend, for about 2 years. In that time, I've always had a full-time job, earning average money, and she's finishing her master's, working part-time jobs, earning less than I am. I had almost no savings. We never really gave details about how much we had in savings until maybe a year or so ago when we decided to move in together. She couldn't afford quite as much, so I pay a little more of the rent, about 60%. I didn't, never wanted money to get in the way of living our lives. And I honestly could probably do a better job of saving. I was always happy to pay a little more. But I found out recently that when her dad died about 4 years ago, he left her about $500,000 in retirement.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, if you don't know how that works, we can talk about it. That rolls over into retirement. You don't just get that.
You don't just get that? Oh.
No, you don't just get that.
Yeah.
I was a little angry when I found this out. She says that money is just that, for retirement. I think it should be money for living our lives.
Ooh.
Am I the idiot for thinking that?
The end. Goodbye.
I am thinking about upping the rent that she pays. If she's only paying 40% of the rent, she is making less working on her master's. This is an interesting situation.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting situation. Dating for 2 years.
Number one reason for divorce is not infidelity. It's money.
No, money. I mean, you think about when your parents used to argue, the arguments you've had with your spouse or your significant other.
Don't make me.
But yeah, I mean, money. It's just, you have to discuss money. Certainly, they've been together 2 years, living together a year. So maybe there wasn't a lot of, it's not something you want to also, so hey, what do you make? Those things you don't always want to. Yeah. As you get to know somebody more, you plan for the future, perhaps. You know what they make or things like that. I don't know. Maybe somebody disagrees with this and you certainly can. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but first of all, maybe she should be paying more. Maybe she should be pulling some of that money out to actually live.
Oh, man, the taxation is just...
yes, it is.
Yeah, we'll get into it. 702-739-9636. She's a half a millionaire.
I know.
On paper. Until she's 65, and then she can take it out. Is she...
Actually, I believe 59 and a half.
Oh,
now,
okay. Well, there we go.
So, yeah.
How old is she now?
I don't know. She's working on her master's, so I'm thinking like mid-20s maybe in there.
That's a little too long for me.
Yeah.
Money. So it all comes down to is money. Oh, you're a big laugh over there.
It's just the way somebody wrote something. 702-739-9636. You know what? They've been together just a couple years, living together. He's paying about 60% of the rent. She pays a little less working on her master's. Doesn't make as much working part-time, working on her master's. But he found out recently when her dad died a few years back, she about $500,000 went into retirement, rolled over. That was, left to her. And he's not very happy. He's not very happy that she doesn't, just pay for more things, perhaps.
I will say, like, a little cheap. It's 60-40. It's not 100-0.
No, exactly.
Jeez.
I don't know who you are. This is very funny. When my mother-in-law died almost 3 years ago, our attorney told my wife, we've been married 22 years at that point, that any inheritance cannot be split if we split up. My wife gets everything that we got from her mother.
Yeah.
So this dude has no right to claim
unless it hits a joint account, then it gets very muddled.
And it went on to say, you know what? He should just shut up and sit down.
Wow, goodness gracious. Julianne on the line. Julianne.
All right. I don't understand why, first of all, when the father died, well, maybe they weren't a couple.
No, they weren't.
If she's in her 20s and he wants her to maybe start drawing out, well, like you just mentioned, I mean, she's not, you have to be 59 and a half to, she's going to get, hit with charges if she draws out that money.
I agree there. Yeah, and it's a big charge, too.
He doesn't
extra
seem to
10%.
care. Yeah, he at least.
Even if he wants to up her rent or whatever, well, she doesn't have the money.
Let me play devil's advocate because there's one thing that I think he might be feeling here. So she's going for her master's, right?
Oh.
I'm assuming that's not cheap. So he's paying more of the bills around the place. He might feel like, hey, I'm subsidizing your college education here.
Yeah, I don't get the impression he's paying for any of that, but you're right. It's
but by paying more of the rent because she doesn't have the money, it's because of that.
Yeah.
And what happens, if she's not around after she's got her master's degree, all of a sudden...
Sure. That money should have nothing to do with it because she will be penalized big time. And it's 10 to 15, even to 20%. None of his business what she has in retirement. If they get married, that's a whole different story. But that's, do you know how many people out there have money in retirement? That's kind of what it's for.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
God,
Right.
if I was worth what I actually had in retirement, I'd be much better off.
Yeah.
If I could take
If
that
you
now
lived
and put
that
out my
long-
fires, I'd be so happy. Oh, Carla, we have struck a nerve on our text lines.
Yeah, we sure have. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Group therapy.
Yeah, oh, boy.
Situation, basically, there was a young woman and a young man. They're dating. They're together. She's got $500,000 of inheritance in a retirement fund. She's going for her master's. She only pays 40% of the rent. He's really annoyed about it.
Yeah, he is. 702-739-9636. Buffy, of course, said, reason number 746 why I'm single. But she said, he seemed fine with whatever they worked. I don't know if this is something they worked out or if this is just he said, you pay this much. And this is what it is. I'm sure, I don't know all the details. I don't get the impression she just sits there on that. She does work also while working on her master's. But it's like, she said it too, it didn't seem to bother him till he found that out. So, maybe he's looking for reasons to get out of it or something. And maybe she should just get out of it at this point because it sounds like it's a problem for him. Kevin said, I'm wondering if he and she had an agreement at the beginning of the relationship. If they did, and he's trying to change it now, well, that's kind of a red flag for the rest of their relationship going forward. Money is just...
Here's the thing. She said how much she's got in retirement. My question is, how much do they have in debt?
Yeah.
That's what I'm more interested in.
I hope that... He said, by the way... He's not real good with money, So okay. Listen. Both of them should just say, okay, see ya at this point. Karen said, if she's working on her master's, that means in a short while she'll be probably making more money. She'll most likely be paying for a lot more than him in some ways.
Maybe.
If he can't hang in there for a few years to help her reach a goal, that's going to benefit both of them. If there is a down the road, then maybe he's not going to be able to handle this.
Now, again, this is me. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I think complaining over 60-40 is lame.
Yeah, it kind of is.
This is 100-0. I get it.
Because I'm sure, whatever. I mean, just in a regular relationship, I'm sure she goes to the store. I'm sure she's picking things up, all of that. That's, okay, 10%. Okay.
She's working on her master's.
Right.
She's going to be making a lot of money.
Yeah.
There is no guarantee that he will get anything from anything.
No, not at all.
So, and I get it. Like, if she's got all that money in retirement, what if he doesn't have the money to put in retirement?
Yeah.
That extra 10% would be nice.
Well, then as you two, if you make a life together, then guess what? You'll be sharing that at some point when you start drawing on that. That will be wonderful for both of you,
Does she?
won't it?
Because it's the money that's specifically for her.
No, but you draw on that money just like you get a paycheck. You can get that every month. You can get it every week if you want. So, and then that goes. That's what most couples do as they get older. That's what most couples do. That's what your parents would have been doing. That's what a lot of parents out there are doing. That's what a lot of couples are doing.
Rarely do I summon the name of Kanye West, but she needs
But
it.
again, it's just like whatever. People who are getting Social Security, you get that each month. That's if you're married, you may both get it. So you're sharing that. That's your income.
Let's go to Big
And that's
Mike.
what your retirement is.
Big Mike on the line. Big Mike.
This guy needs to put a sock in it about this money. I'm not as much, but my girlfriend and I both came into the relationship with like a little bit of retirement set aside. And the bottom line is when one is given 60, the other gives 40. Sometimes I give 40, she gives 60. But I'll tell you what, if I'm with a girl that is smart enough to be working on her master's, planning for the future, and I think I'm going to have that kind of future with her, this guy just needs to suck it up and pay what he needs to pay now, because I'm sure she would do it for him.
If he wasn't there, where's she living? She's probably paying more. Just saying.
She probably would.
Yeah.
And she'd probably be paying even more if she had to pull out of retirement, Yeah. But they happen to live together.
If I'm with a girl that I'm so worried about the money right now, why am I even with her like that? Like, why isn't this guy thinking long term? Like, I'm going to take care of her because I know when the shoe's on the other foot, she would do it for me. And that's how I am with my girl. I know, no doubt, it would be, hey, you're down, I'll take care of you. I'm down, you take care of me.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like didn't seem to bother him till he found out.
Yeah.
So
well, he's struggling. Everyone's feeling the struggle bus right now.
Struggling.
Carla.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? In about 30 years down the road, she's really going to feel it when she decides to retire and has to live
taxed on all that
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So this is 2 years in. I mean, somebody said, don't take any of that money out. And until maybe you get married, boyfriends don't last as long as husbands, and vice versa. Neither do girlfriends.
I would love to have had $500,000 in my 20s and been smart and gone, you know what, in 35, 40 years, and you be smart with that kind of money, no one's going to be worrying too much.
I'm telling you, having that much money and having that to compound over the next 40 years, she's going to be so set. I'm telling you right now, if I got that inheritance, I would have blown it on the most stupid nonsense.
Now he's kind of upset and thinks that they should be using that, and 702-739-9636.
Dennis, what do you think, my friend?
I'm actually the 100% person in our house. A different situation. We got married. We've been married 43 years.
Oh, man.
We got very young, but I had a business, and our goal was for the wife to be a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
And you know what, man, if you can do that, especially nowadays, it's so rare.
She spent the time. We have 2 great kids. She spent a lot of the time at the schools. I can understand all the problems with it, but when you're a couple, in my opinion, and if you're both working, she's going to school, you try to work something out there, but you're not fully committed to each other. It's no different than you going and getting someone to split the rent in your whole apartment.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not marriage yet.
But here's the deal. 43 years ago was a lot different than now. And not to mention, your wife worked her ass off.
And I hate boiling it down to sweat equity, but reality was she worked. I mean, for sure.
Not everybody puts their money together the way they used to.
Even though you're in a relationship, but it's not a bound relationship, if you will.
Right.
I will say, if this is where we're at this early, chances are he's not going to be around for to reap the rewards of a master's degree.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Hey, I just wanted to comment on this whole of a guy that wants the money.
Yes, go on.
Are we missing the fact that her father passed away and that was her inheritance?
Exactly.
Which she's not entitled to by law anyway.
How long will he be paying 60% of the rent?
Oh, yes,
This guy's cheap as hell. If it was 100, I get it, but 60? Well, you're complaining now? This guy sucks. Get rid of him.
He needs to shut up and play the long game.
No, there is no long game, though.
Or get out.
She leaves. She takes her master's degree and her hiring an ass to someone else, and he is broke.
If he's going to be a whiny little then she does.
Absolutely.
KKLZ, hello.
Maybe.
Oh, it's Julianne again.
Hi, Julianne. You've had some time to simmer on this, huh?
That's right. I'm even thinking, it's not even, in our mind, 500, of course, that's a lot of money. But down the road, 33 years from now, that could be worth $5,000. You don't know.
Well,
the Wall Street would really have to take a header.
Yeah, she'll be fine. The problem is they say now you need about $1 million at least to retire.
If that compounds over the next, she's going to be a multi-millionaire.
Listen, here's the other flip side, and somebody mentioned it. I lost my dad just 7 years ago. And man, you don't get over that. She had to be, if that was 4 years ago, I don't know, 19, 20 maybe.
Yeah.
That's tough. Dad put money aside, mom and dad. So you know what? That's yours, girl.
That's right. And there's another thing. Like I think I wrote to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's paying 60%. Well, if she wasn't around, he'd be paying 100. So he should be thankful.
Well,
But so would she. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is that
I get the impression they could both pay rent. It's just this is what they're doing now. You know,
But he's paying only 60. But if she wasn't there, he'd be paying the whole rent.
right?
You know what? I'm about to go on a little rant here. The reason why they're so upset and the reason why they're counting every penny is because the man doesn't pay them enough. And because of that, now they're fighting. And that's why the nuclear family is dead. And that's why the kids suck because they don't have a parent at the house. They have two working kids. It's a whole, oh my goodness, gross.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
And if he doesn't have, and if he's not good with money, well, there you go. He'll be
telling you.
They'll go through that. I mean, he will go through that within a year.
I don't care how much money's in your retirement. How much debt are you in? That scares me a lot more.
Oh, well,
a
sure.
lot more.
Sure. And hopefully, because of her parents, she won't be in debt.
Yeah.
Hopefully she won't. You know?
That's true.
God, I
Good.
wish my dad had a retirement fund. He
Good.
doesn't. I'm screwed.